Hey, what's going on? Welcome back. CrossFit Hand with Tenacity. 8th video this week. I'm going to run through a couple things. First, I'm going to do a few things with the softball, then we're going to get into the time trial talk that we've been doing. Have 4 of them for you this week. So first things first, I'm going to show you 2 things that I like to do with the softball. The softball is not very well known that I'm aware of at the gym. A lot of people are still using the lacrosse balls, which are great. They get into nice deep corners and stuff. And but you can use the softball for some things that you can't quite hit easily with the lacrosse ball or a foam roller. So first things first, I'm going to do a really quick hamstring kind of massage, self-massage. And your hamstrings are running all the way up here, right next to your sits bones, all right, and all the way down, crossing the knee. Okay, so I'm going to get what we call the hamstring origins. All right, I'm going to put this ball all the way deep in here, all right, and just kind of let my leg hang down over that. Now, I'm going to push my weight up onto the ball, all right, and then I can kind of find those nice dirty bits that you don't really want to tell people about. Because they hurt that bad. So you're kind of going like just as I'm sitting here now, just in front of your sit bones, all right, or those bones that you feel when you're sitting here, all right, when you're sitting on a chair. So once again, you're just putting it under here, all right, getting in here, and I'm just going to move my weight up onto centered on the ball, all right, and then you can roll back and forth. You can go up and down the hamstrings. All right, you could even do small circles if you want to. But most of all, try to find a spot that makes you want to grimace. All right, that makes you feel like you're about to puke, because those are the spots you want to hit. All right, obviously do it on both legs. Now you can still get under here and do, a little lower on your hamstring if you want to, going across, going up and down. Whatever. A lot of times I find the lacrosse ball sitting on a box or in a chair, using a lacrosse ball is better. But, I mean, you can absolutely do this. What you can't do with the lacrosse ball very well is get into this high hamstring, this hamstring origin, and really dig down deep. The softball does a fantastic job of really getting in deep into that high hamstring. Also, with the softball, you can get, just because it's a little bit bigger, you can kind of get into your, what we call the psoas, or the iliac psoas, and sort of release that. And this muscle is really deep, and it's gonna go from about your spine all the way down to your pelvis. Okay, so what we want to hit is more of like this pelvis side in the front. All right, so if you find your belly button, you kind of go over to where the top of your hip bone is. All right. I don't know if you can see, I kind of have like a ledge here that I can push down on. That's my hip bone, all right? And this muscle is running right in here, okay? And also you're going to find that you can get a little bit of this abdominal muscle, this front abdominal muscle, all right, called the rectus abdominis. And that's like your six-pack muscle. And that attaches right on your like the front of your pubic bone, all right? So where you want to kind of target is from the belly button, about 1 inch over or 2 over. All right, I'm going to get it in here. I'm going to roll all the way down in here and then up onto the other side. And you'll be able to feel those spots. You're going to feel just like if you were laying on a lacrosse ball doing one on your shoulder, or just like this hamstring one that I just showed you. You're going to feel that same spot. Now, if you get into this one, you feel like your spleen or your stomach or your large intestine is about to explode, you probably want to get off that spot. This is going to feel like a muscle, not like something's going to break. So where you actually want to do, I'm going to put this softball right here, all right, belly button right here, hip bone right here. Okay, so I'm going to really get into this psoas area right now. I'm going to get right on it, okay, and then just start moving around. All right, and I can feel that already. There are a couple really good spots. All right, I'm not rolling over onto this area. I'm staying down here.
okay? Staying off to the sides and down, kind of like making a U around my belly button. All right, I'm not rolling in here. This is not muscle. All right, so just getting in here. All right, as I roll down, I'm gonna kind of roll in towards the center and then get some of that rectus abdominis. And I mean, you should be able to feel some different spots. If you don't, and you search around for a while, you don't feel anything, that's okay, that's a good thing. But just remember, you want to go belly button about 1 or 2 inches over, all right, or if you want to find the top of your hip bone, and kind of make that U around your belly button. All right, so there are a couple things to do with the softball, and try to go buy one. I mean, it's like $4 at Dick's. This one's obviously been through a couple beatings, but it's a really useful tool. On to the time trial talk. All right, we have a run. This is going to be with the group, with tenacity. All right, so Amy will explain this to you, but you have an 800-meter time trial times 2. Okay, RAN, rest is needed. Rest is as much as you need to between 800s, and just go all out on them. Don't worry about pacing. Just go as fast as you can. Everything all right? Okay.
Getting sleepy.
The swim. All right, the swim you might be doing by yourself. I know there are a few people swimming out there, so if you can collaborate, find someone to swim with. It's a lot better. Just a 500-yard time trial. This is the second week of our 12-week cycle, so it's nothing crazy. Go ahead, hit that as hard as you can. Remember, there's no pace here. It's just all out. Try to find those limits that we were talking about before in previous videos. Try to find those limits, break them down, and post your times. All right, post your times on Facebook. Send them to me, whatever. The bike, 5K time trial. You can do this indoor or outdoor. Obviously, outdoor is going to be better, but with the coming snow, I think we have. You might find that a little tough to do outside. The ruck, 5K ruck also. Get out there, hit the trail hard, and remember your form. Okay, when you're rucking, you still have that same pose run form. Just because you're going at a slower pace does not mean that you are going to be heel striking. Just bend at the ankles, keep the hips straight, and fall with gravity. The ruck, I forgot to mention, go with a 40 to 60 pound pack. Alright, that's it. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, then hit me up on Facebook or just drop a comment below on YouTube if you have an account. I'll see you next week.